Year 5, it's Mr. Hattersley again. This is a bit different. It's a curriculum lesson for this one. I hope you've been enjoying your literature lessons, and this is focusing more on space. So today's lesson is all about night and day. Now, I know you know a lot about it anyway. We live it, don't we? We see most of the time in day we're in school. At night you're at home. In the day it's light. At the night it's dark. So we're going to try and find out a bit more about the science behind that as well. Obviously, science is something that we've talked about a lot so far on both these videos and the videos on literacy. So, yeah. For your starter, I just want you to make a list. It can be on a little bit of scrap paper if you've got any lying about. Everything you know about our planet. So, planet Earth, what do you know about it? Feel free to have a quick Google if you want to pause the video and see if you can try and maximise the stuff you know, or double check any facts that you think you know, and send those lists over to me as well. Make sure they go in your pack as well as the proud folder or the smaller proud folder page for this lesson too. Okay, so here we've got a diagram. Now this is obviously the sun. This is our planet, and it's labelled with. This is a picture of planet Earth in space. Oops. So, we know it's the third. Some of you, I would imagine, will already know this, but it is the third planet from the sun. Okay, we'll keep going. The Earth is really a sphere. Now, we've looked at, or you should have looked at, especially in other year groups, such as, well, every year group so far, you should have looked at 3D shapes. Now, a sphere is like a circle, isn't it? It's a 3D version of it. It's like a ball. So if you imagine a football, a tennis ball, anything like that, that is a sphere. And it's spinning around and round all the time. So even now when I'm talking and when you're listening to this, it's spinning round and round in a circle. And it's on a line called the axis that goes through the centre of the Earth, and it spins round and round on that axis. So it takes 24 hours a day for the Earth to do one turn on its own axis, to spin round fully once. During this time, a place will go both the light and dark. So because it's spinning round and round, so if you imagine spinning a football or a basketball on your finger, it's always spinning round. At one time, the planet is going to be facing the sun, isn't it? And then when it spins round again, it's going to be facing backwards, it's going to be facing away from the sun, and therefore it's going to be dark. So we have light and dark every 24 hours. Obviously, the dark is what we know as at night, what we know as night, because we associate darkness with night, don't we? So that's where we get where its appearance comes from, certainly. Okay. I've attached this clip onto a piece of paper that should be in your work packs with this. I'll show you a picture of it quickly. It just looks like that. I've labelled them all. This is the first video you're going to see, so this is video 1. You can watch it very quickly. Unfortunately, like before, I don't have the time to put this in because it only records my screen for a limited time. But obviously, pause the video now. Go and watch that. Tell me what it's showing. Tell me what it's speaking about. I definitely have a piece of paper with it at the same time as well. And what I'd do if I was you is I'd be making notes of any important information you find in the clip that you're going to think, wow, I could really do with learning about that. I could really do with listening, thinking, and remembering that fact. Remember the quizzes that we do in school. You never know when a fact might pop up. So, Apollo 8 was the first crewed spacecraft to leave low Earth orbit and the first to reach the moon and orbit it and return. It had 3 astronauts on it. Frank Borman, James Lovell, William Anders Ware were the first humans to fly to the moon and to witness and photograph an Earth rise. So you think in a morning when it's really dark and you first see the sun come up, we call that a sunrise, don't we? But if you're away from the Earth, you can watch the Earth rise and come out of the darkness, and then you can see the light, can't you? You can see all the light from where? You can see all the light that's hitting the Earth for the first time. You can witness it really, really well. And you can see the date there. It's actually on Christmas Eve in 1968. Now, don't get confused, because I know you'll have seen Apollo and thinking, where's Neil Armstrong? And surely he was the first to go to the moon. No, he was the first to walk on the moon, wasn't he? And that was Apollo 11. Okay, next slide. So, where does light come from? Why do we get night and day? Does the sun move? Does the earth move? So there's two videos here. Again, if you look at the sheet, that should look like this. It's video 2 and then video 3. The earth rotates one complete turn every 24 hours to give us day and night. When Britain faces the sun, it is in daytime in Britain, but the other side of the world is in darkness. So in Australia, it is the middle of the night. Obviously, that's how it works. It's on the other side of the planet, isn't it? I want you to try and have a think about where light comes from. Obviously, we know it comes from light, but I'm thinking naturally, always occurring. Why do we get night and day? You can research that. Does the sun move? Does the earth move? Find out as much as you possibly can using those questions. I would literally, if I was you, just look at that, type them into Google, try and find it out. Try and find videos that will help you. Look into it. And then you should have a proud folder that looks like one of these. If you're in the red group or the orange group, normally for other lessons, you'll be looking at one like this. And you're just going to describe what day is, what night is. Tell me, explain what night is, explain what day is, how do the two interlink, go into a lot of detail. If you're in yellow group, it might look like that. Again, you can show me if you want. Show me how the sun's show me how the sun's rays go to the earth. Baby colour one side of earth in dark. Again, if you're in red or orange group, I'm expecting you to draw that on your own. Draw the sun, draw earth. Maybe do a circle of it. Just 2 circles. Make sure that the earth shows the dark side or something like that. And again, laps. Or my green group, that's Mrs. Conley or Mrs. Saeed's group. You can quite easily do that as well. Okay, so I'll just have a quick show of you. So this is yellow groups, but it's also quite similar, obviously, to red groups. You'll have to forgive my drawing. I'm doing it with a mouse and not my hand, so it's quite difficult. I'm literally just expecting, obviously you will use a ruler to do yours. That's showing light, and I've maybe labelled that as such. And again, you'll have to forgive my handwriting. I am doing it with a mouse. Not very useful. And I would maybe just get a black pen or even just a normal pencil. And maybe just shade one half of the planet in there. Well, they're going to do a quick job like that because, again, not very good with this mouse. And I'd just go there and describe it. If you want to use that to help you, I'll leave that on the screen from the green group. That's a good way to frame it. Maybe pause the video there and explain what is night and day. Where's the light come from? Tell me what the earth does. Tell me how it spins. What's an axis? Go into detail. Just like with your biographies, you can never get enough detail. Okay, right. I'm going to leave it there because I want you to spend as much time as possible. Please, if you need any help, please get in touch using the Year 5 email. If you want to send us any work, please do so as well because we're looking forward to seeing it. Okay, take care. I look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.